You're a murderer. Child killer.
Baby, you understand me now. If sometimes you see that I'm mad, don't you know no one alive can always be an angel?
You look like you've done this before.
Oh, I'm so pleased Belle's home. You know, when she's ready, we'll talk about work.
Susie, can I have a word? Sorry, it's a work thing.
Oh, it's fine, no problem.
Is everything all right?
It's Ella.
What has she done this time?
I killed my friend. That was too blunt.
Oh.
You're thinking of Leanna, but it's not the same. The grief's the same and the aftermath's the same, but all killers are not the same. We're just not.
Okay, well, I'm feeling quite scared. Should I be?
Oh, God, no.
Okay, just stay where you are.
You must have millions of questions.
Yeah, maybe just, like, should I call the police or... Maybe you should just leave and I'll pretend I never set eyes on you because it might be better than whatever's about to come out of your mouth.
I'll go. I will. But I need to say two things first.
Okay.
Two things, because I'll never get the chance again. I know I'm going, see, because this always happens. And then I have to leave. I did something terrible when I was a child. And I went to prison for a long time.
Okay, maybe you should just stop there.
But after many years, these people, these incredibly clever people, psychology people, the parole service, prison people, we had meetings about how I was doing and when I should be released. I got knocked back twice because of my attitude. I got into fights when they transferred me to the women's prison, but eventually these experts decided that I was no risk to the public. No more than you or anybody else. And they let me out. And when it gets terrible, like now, when what I did gets out again and I have to leave again, I cling to the fact that those people put their faith in me. And they believed in me. And they were right to. I am not a risk.
How can I believe anything?
Because now it's out, you can check for yourself. The most violent thing I've done since being released 6 years ago is pour a pint of beer over a horrible man's head. My old probation officer, you can talk to him.
Yeah, I won't need to because you won't be here.
You said I could say two things.
Yeah, I did, but I'm going to go back on that now because there's something I want to ask you first. What exactly did you do?
Kill a child slayer's best friend in jealous rage.
I did an image search and then that's the blog that came up. I mean, that's her, isn't it? That is definitely her and that's a friend.
Crazed Ruth Davis, 11. 11! Carried out a frenzied attack on best friend Joanne Phillips after the Good Samaritan and only child befriended the killer. Davis's father was in prison at the time of the attack for drug-related and violent offences.
Right, Lloyd's dropping him off. I might come have some tea in a bit. All right?
It's best not to say anything to him. Kyle,
It's completely different.
he still killed someone.
That is not the same at all. Jealous, frenzied attack. I mean, people need to know. I'm not saying they should get the pitchforks out, but...
Then what are you saying? Because if all we've got to go on is in some red top paper from the 90s, then what do we really know?
Hi. Frankie's got nets and I blame Nate. Oh, who's that?
What would make a child kill another child?
I don't even know where to start. I never get the chance to talk about why, because usually at this point I'm running for my life.
Yes, well, we're not like that round here.
Oh, Liam, grow up. The world's only ever 2 steps away from being a violent mob. I've had petrol-soaked rags through my letterbox and they were lit.
I hope you're not trying to make me feel sympathy for you.
I'm telling you things that happened. How you feel about those things is up to you. Can I speak? June was Joanne's mum. Yeah, the girl I killed. It's best to say things as they are. There was a piece in the paper last year. Kids singing carols in a old people's home. And June was in the photo. Smiling, drink in her hand, wearing a silly crown on her head. I could never forget that face. I had to see her.
How did you get past her family?
What, him at the funeral? He's it. Her nephew. He's never once visited her.
Oh. Oh, well, so he was the villain for not visiting. I mean, all you did was kill her daughter.
But Liam, we were 11.
Joanne still is. You got to thrive and grow and creep your way back into that old woman's life who had dementia. I mean, what a gift.
It wasn't like that. I loved June.
Did you know it was you? So who did you think you were?
Just some lass. Someone to fuss over her and bring her drinks and look at her photos. You don't know what it was like between me and her.
She thought you were Joanne.
I never said I was Joanne. I just never corrected her when she said it.
Yeah, I've heard enough.
There was no malice in it.
I've heard enough. You let us think you're a good person.
I am.
If you could be us for 1 second, the pain of it, the ruined lives. I don't care who or how or what you've been through.
Liam.
Just get out.
Is it just me? Or is there something going on over there?
Well, they have been locked in a conflab for a bit.
I heard him mention a kid who's killed someone. And Kyle.
Right.
Look, all we know is what's in the papers from that time.
Yes, fair enough, but I still think we should have been informed. Informed about what? Because if you're talking about Kyle, you know everything there is to know. We're talking about Ella.